Hi folks, Devin here, Ward 7 City Councilor. The City Council just finished up the first set of hearings for our fiscal year 2026 budget, and I'm going to be coming to you every single week to discuss all of the departments, all of the line items, all of the questions that we asked in full transparency to make sure that you fully understand everything that we're deciding for what is going to be a very challenging budget cycle. This week, we heard from the Mayor's Office, City Clerk, Elections and Registrar, City Council, Liquor Commission, Veteran Services, and the Assessor's Office. Let's get into it. But every single department is being asked to do more with less. First up is the Mayor's Office. They are proposing to reduce entirely their events and community relations budget. They are further reducing one of their staffers down several hours per week to save some money, and the mayor is actually rejecting a planned salary increase. Now, during these hearings, the city councilors have an opportunity to go back and forth with the mayor, with their staff, to inquire about some more granular level detail or about some changes over the course of fiscal years. Here was one such opportunity. Now, if you look closely at the line items in the mayor's budget, you can see that there's a membership for the Massachusetts Municipal Association. Now, this might seem like wasteful spending to some, but when I was able to ask her how many grants, how much technical assistance were we able to provide, that was in the tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars for various trainings for city staff, myriad grant opportunities that have brought a regular flow of capital into our community for a whole variety of projects across issue areas. Now, next up is the City Council budget. Now, you'll see that we actually have a reduction of over 41% of expenses relative to FY25. This is mostly because we are shifting some of the website maintenance over into the mayor's office, as well as a reduction of over 33% for our salary line item as we are reducing staff hours and zeroing out training opportunities for city council staff. I'd like to take the city clerk as well as the elections and registrars line items together because so much of the staffing and operations are closely intertwined. Now, we do not have a presidential election this year, so we are actually seeing a pretty significantly reduced costs on that front. So mercifully, we'll just have just one election to operate this fall. And the second thing is the clerk's office is taking on a lot of extra work from boards and commissions without necessarily any additional resources. So while they are seeing similar funding, the workload is actually increased somewhat substantially. Next up is the Liquor Commission. They are level funded. They do not have any full-time staff. They rely on the clerk for administrative support, so that keeps their overhead pretty low. For the Veterans Department, we actually saw a pretty significant reduction in costs. Prior to this year, we had been in an agreement with Saugus and Wakefield to provide 3 full-time staffers to serve all veterans across all 3 communities, with each staff having an area of specialty. Since we are terminating that agreement, we are actually finding it to be less costly to provide all of those services in-house with one single staffer. We're still figuring out what that department looks like, but that's why you're seeing a reduction in costs as well as decreased reimbursements for mileage since we're operating just in one community. So the city is still fully dedicated to providing a full suite of services to veterans, and this is a great reminder to say that the City Council actually voted to double the property tax exemption for veterans in the city of Melrose. And finally, the Assessment Office. This is the office that administers and assesses all of the property taxes in the city of Melrose. We did cut in half the amount of money that the department spends on education and seminars, which is really helpful for them to keep abreast of all the changing laws in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, but they're being asked to do more with less like every other department. Well, that's it for the first week of the FY26 budget hearings at the Melrose City Council. Please tune in for the second part in our series where we'll cover the library, unemployment, and workers' compensation. Have a great night, everybody.